Hi everybody! Welcome to the 119th edition of John News. I'm John Wortman. About a month ago, NASA launched a spaceship with a mission to visit Europa, one of Jupiter's moons. I'm intrigued by this, so I contacted Brand Fortner to learn more. Dr. Fortner is an astrophysicist who teaches at North Carolina State University. Hi, Dr. Fortner. Welcome
Hi, John.
to John News.
How are you?
Pretty good. Can you tell me more about this mission?
Sure. So NASA spends a lot of money and time looking for life. And because that's one of the primary interests we have in space. Is there life out there? And so one of the ways that we want to look for life is see if there's life in our solar system. And so we've sent many probes to Mars because that's a natural place to look. However, that might not be the most likely place to find life in our solar system. We now think that the most likely place to find life in our solar system is in what's called the icy moons of Jupiter and Saturn. And Europa is the one that they want to go look for. And the mission has been in development for the past decade, and they just launched last month.
Can you show me what the ship looks like?
Sure. And I'm showing you right here. This is a drawing of the spaceship. You can see this is the communications dish there. It's going to be powered by the sun, and so we have solar panels there, and then we have various instruments here. It's difficult to get an idea of the size of it, so here is a picture of it while it's being under construction, and there is a human being right there. So you can see this is one of the largest planetary probes that NASA has ever launched.
Wow, that's really big.
Yes.
How are they going to launch it to Europa?
So here, the purple is the probe, and it uses a boost off of the Earth, and then it comes out. It also used a boost of Mars, which was there, and then finally it comes up to Jupiter. We're trying to explore unusual places in the solar system, and the moons of Jupiter and Saturn are some of the most unusual bodies in the whole solar system. And so even independent of the search for life, that's where we want to explore, is extreme places.
Cool. How long will this mission last?
It'll take 5 years for the Europa probe to get to Jupiter. Once it's at Jupiter, there's a problem. And the problem is that Jupiter has a very, very strong radiation belt, and that radiation is fatal not only for humans, but for electronics. And so the Europa Clipper will not be able to orbit Europa. What they will do is do flybys of Europa, dip into the radiation belt that Europa is enveloped in, and then come out. And they plan to do that 44 times. Best guess is after 44 passes, the spaceship is going to be fried.
How much will this mission cost?
I believe it's north of $2 billion.
$2 billion, huh? Do you think it's a good use of that money?
I would say, I know it sounds like a lot of money, but for deep space missions, this is actually a bargain. And the more we find out about our environment, the better off we are as humanity. So Europa can never be settled by humans, but what it can do is tell us about the possible genesis of life on places other than the Earth.
Here's the big question. Do you think there is some sort of life on other planets?
I think the chances are probably even that we will discover evidence of life on Mars and or evidence of life in some of the icy moons of Jupiter, Saturn, and actually Uranus. Is there intelligent life in the universe? I think many people believe there is just because there's trillions of other planets out there. I personally do not, because of something called the Fermi paradox, which would be the subject for another discussion.
This is such a fascinating project. I'm glad I got to learn more about it. Thanks for being on John News.
Thank you, John.
And that's the good news. Until next time, this is John Wortman signing off from John News. So long, everybody. Bye. And go Wolfpack!